exploding cars, Kryptonian clones, and Chloe's shocking sacrifice. Season 6 ends with a bang. Bizarro is unleashed. Lana's fate is up in flames. And Clark is pushed to his breaking point in the ultimate showdown. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is... Somebody Smallville. That's right, because this is Going Back to Smallville, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I rewatch and recap every episode of Smallville week by week, episode by episode. We are entering the season finale of season 6.
Yeah.
Maggie, can you believe it? After all this time, we finally reached season 6 finale.
The ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
Ding, 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 ding. Old Godzilla was fucking around.
No, not that one.
I'm just kidding, everybody. Everyone, welcome. I hope you're ready for a fun-filled time going back to Smallville, because I know I sure am. Maggie,
I am.
how's Tuesday? How's your Tuesday doing, my dude?
There
There it is.
It's kind of weak.
It's okay.
Tuesday, it's
It's all
okay. It's okay. My ears really hurt.
Hey, that's all
They
good.
had a fire drill at school. And
Oh,
the
my God.
alarms, every time the assistant principal would push in the code to stop it,
Yeah.
it wouldn't stop it.
Ah,
They would go
jeez.
off again. So I was just like in there just covering my ears. I said, this really sucks because I didn't have to go outside.
Yeah.
Somebody else
Well,
had
that's
my
good.
class.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, this is awful. And then
That sounds awful.
Then poor old Henry, God love it. He can't win for losing.
Oh, man.
He's so snotty.
Matt ZR in the chat says, "Time for the Phantom." The
Phantom?
yeah, the one with what's his name?
What's his name? Oh, what's his?
Billy Zane.
Yeah, Billy
Billy
Zane. I was gonna
Zane,
say the
yeah.
guy from Titanic.
Yeah.
The bad guy from Titanic.
Man makes his own luck, as I like to call it. That's what he says.
I know. But
You know what else he says? We're going back to Smallville.
Shiitake mushrooms.
That's right, everybody.
There we
Welcome
go.
to Smallville. Season 6, episode 22. Phantom. Phantom is the name of it.
Phantoms.
Really quick,
Phantoms
forgot.
with
Special thanks to
Ben Affleck.
Basilius of Stupidonia. Thank
Oh.
you. Thank you for being our Patreon producer
Thanks.
for the month.
Thank you,
Greatly
sir.
appreciate you. You keep the lights a going. And if you're watching the podcast, you may notice we've updated the scroll here to announce our next watch along, which will be members exclusive over on Discord. Don't laugh. This is you're supposed to be like, yeah, you should come hang out.
Yeah, you should come hang out.
On Friday, April 3rd, we'll all be watching, I misspelled it, Supergirl, the movie, over on our Discord. So definitely come hang out and watch Supergirl with us, Maggie and actually, I've never seen it.
I've never seen
I've
it.
never seen it. The movie.
I've only seen the movie book. That's like a coffee table book.
Now, in fairness, we have seen the sequel to Supergirl, The Flash. What
Spy Kids reference. What did I do, Matthew? I didn't watch Spy Kids that much to even know.
Well,
Maybe kids next door.
you know what you did
What?
watch though?
What?
You watched this episode of Smallville.
Oh no.
This episode was season 6, episode 22. Phantom, special thanks to smallville.fandom.com for helping us curate the information for this episode, which is episode 132
Holy
overall.
crap.
Yeah. And its original air date was May 17th, 2007.
Ah.
Yes. A quick 2 years after I graduated.
I'm about to graduate.
Wow. There
I'm
it is.
about to graduate and turn 18.
Oh, Jesus. I was already like 50 years
25.
into debt at that point already. I was 20. You jerk. Piece of crap. Hey, there's a difference. How dare you age me up? Listen, What do you think this
I
is?
was 17, so yeah, that people would have made those jokes, Matt.
Well, what do you think this is, Maggie? Some sort of Digimon Adventure 02 trying to age me up?
Whatever. I gotta blow my nose.
Written by Todd Slavgen and Darren Swimmer. No relation to David Schwimmer. Just want to make sure everybody knows that. The previous episodes include Season 2's Duplicity, Visage, Rush, and Accelerate. Season 3's Extinction, Asylum, Velocity, Resurrection.
Of Jesus.
No. It's a different kind of resurrection.
Gotcha.
Season 4's Transference, Recruit, Commencement. Season 5's Arrival, Aqua, Solitude, Hypnotic, and Fragile. Season 6's Sneeze,
Achoo.
Rage, and Freak. Freak. That's what the world calls me. They don't understand, so they try and stop me. Hide. I can't hide. So I stand up straight with Christ by my side. No, don't need to be tongue-tied. So I say it loud and I say it with pride. Died. He died. Christ gave it all, but he's come back alive.
Shiitake Mushroom also about Zero said in Austin Powers.
Yes. Directed by James Marshall, whose previous episodes include Season 1's Nicodemus and Crush, Season 2's Heat, Insurgents, Rosetta, and Accelerate, Season 3's Phoenix, Hereafter, Obsession, and Truth, Season 4 is Gone, Transference, Crypto, Forever, Season 5's Arrival. I love how you're clapping like you're in goddamn Fairview Church or something.
Back off!
All right. Season 5's Arrival, Splinter, Mercy.
Have mercy.
Maggie's a big Uncle Jesse fan. Season 6 is Zod and Combat. Yeah, there you go. A synopsis is as follows. Lex's experiments with Project Ares come to a head as the final Phantom emerges from a possessed boy in Canada. Martian Manhunter fails to stop him and warns Clark the Phantom is seeking a Kryptonian host. Meanwhile, Martha departs for Washington, and Clark finally tells Lana his secret.
Oh my gosh.
She accepts him, but still plans to leave Lex, revealing Lionel blackmailed her into the marriage. When she confronts Lex about faking a pregnancy, he hits her. Soon after, Lana's car explodes, and Clark suspects Lex orchestrated her murder. Lois is stabbed while investigating, but Chloe heals her by unknowingly activating her meteor power at the cost of her own consciousness. Clark confronts Lex and faces off with the Phantom, but when the Phantom comes into contact with Clark, it replicates Clark's DNA and becomes Bizarro. Bizarro, who matches his strength and absorbs the green kryptonite that Lionel tried to use against him, grows stronger as the dam collapses. Clark and Bizarro clash midair, setting the stage for their biggest battle yet. This is Season 6, Episode 22, Phantom. Maggie, what did you think of this episode? I am the villain of the story.
That's not long.
That's the best ending to any recap ever.
Oh, okay.
It's when Lex goes, I am the villain of the story. And now, the season finale of Smallville. It was so good, I put it on Crisis on Infinite Mats. All right, that's how good it was, Maggie. One day, maybe in the Discord, we'll do a
oh my God,
Crisis
can
on
we
Infinite
please
Mats
put people through that? I'm joking.
I mean, they'd have to watch. It'd be a lot. There'd be a lot they'd have to watch. Like, it would be a good 2-hour stream at least. At least.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to know who Potato X is. So they'd have to watch Wonder Ball Earth 1. All right, Maggie. What do we think about this episode, Maggie?
It was everywhere. Okay, if I'm being honest, it's
real quick. Hikari in the chat says, dropping some love in the chat. got a date I have to roll out for now.
Hikari got a date. Oh, that was Matt.
Hope get
Wow.
wear a condom.
I'm sorry, Hikari. She's probably gone anyways.
She'll never know.
This
No, she's
Please.
here. She's here. She's laughing.
she's laughing. Okay.
See?
I'm sorry.
She liked it. No, remember.
Oh,
no,
I know.
No safe. No sex is safe sex. But if you have sex, use latex.
Abstinence is not good.
No, I mean that's true. But
It's true.
I mean, but you know, it's a boner alert. All right,
Oh my god.
go to the bell.
I'm sorry.
I hope
Go to the bell.
I hope your date ends up at the bell. Think outside the buns.
Okay, I'm going. Love you too.
Bye, Kari. Bye. All right.
Anyways, I feel like this season's finale was everywhere.
What?
Yes. Like, I feel like I stepped
Like a
out.
Michelle Branch song?
Oh my god, shut up.
'Cause it's everywhere to me. I'm sorry, I gotta knock the rust off. Okay, I'm feeling a bit rusty today, so you gotta let my ADHD brain get caught up to us.
No.
All right.
No, I can't.
All right.
My ears hurt.
You're saying this finale was everywhere.
Yes. Like I step out onto the street and I'm walking along and I'm like, oh, it's going great. So far, so good. Turn a corner on. Oh my God. This thing's happening. And I walk down the street a little bit more and turn another corner. Holy shit. Why is this happening? Then I walk down some more, turn another corner, and oh my God, why is this person getting murdered? And
Lana blew up.
Yeah, Lana blew up. That was so set up. It's so obvious.
She's definitely dead.
No, that was
She's
obvious.
No, she is
is alive.
for sure dead.
She is alive.
She's as dead.
Alive.
She is as dead as every dead person has ever been.
She is
dead.
living a vida loca.
Living La Vida dead.
No, she's not muerto. She is alive. It
She's
was everywhere.
alive.
It was everywhere, Matsior says.
Listen, it was on a scale of finales, maybe the worst finale.
One of the worst ones, yes.
Now, will
Yes.
season 7's finale be worse than this? Yeah, it will.
I like that. Yeah.
It will.
It will.
Okay. I mean, maybe I'm forgetting something. Probably am. But I feel like season 7's finale is worse.
Matsior, I saw your question earlier. It says, so did Maggie know it was Bizarro or did Matt have to tell her? Okay, first things first.
I do have a video.
He does have a video of my reaction. And he's like, before the certain instant happened, he said, I gotta start videoing
It was
you.
as soon as the Phantom hit Clark. And so I paused it immediately.
Yeah.
Like it didn't show what the Phantom looked like after it hit Clark.
Yeah.
So I paused it immediately.
You're like,
and
I
was
gotta
like,
get my
okay, I
phone.
gotta record you.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so something big's happening. In my mind,
Yeah.
I didn't tell you at the time, I thought Clark was finally going to fly. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to do.
Oh, no.
He's finally going to
You
freaking
think-
fly.
You think they'd waste that on this?
I don't know, man.
on, Maggie.
This freaking episode is everywhere.
No flights, no tights, Maggie.
I
Never
know.
forget. Never
Jesus.
fucking forget.
Oh, well, anyways.
Although someone did blow. Bizarro.
Well, whenever he said, I'm you, but only bizarre.
I'm just a little more bizarre.
I'm just only, I'm like, oh no, it's Bizarro. And then like wherever it shows a close up of his face and it's changing, I'm like, why? Why did they do this? This looks bad. I hate to say it.
No, it does. It doesn't get better. Like honestly, maybe it gets a little worse. Honestly, it's Maggie. It's this okay. Season 5 felt very disjointed because they were building to the 100th episode,
Yeah.
and then trying to figure out what the hell they were doing after.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the back half felt like they had kind of cultivated a story with like Brainiac putting together like all these diseases and stuff, and then Lex, all that, it kind of all came together, right?
Yeah, it did.
Season 6 is almost the opposite, where like they had a season-long story of the Phantoms, and it really felt like they had found their footing for like building an overarching season story.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty solid. Yeah,
but then at the very end of it, it's like they
dropped the ball, man.
I mean,
a million.
They dropped 1 million balls.
Yes, like they just like opened up the bouncy ball quarter machine and just shook them all out, and they went everywhere.
I mean, that's not a bad analogy. It's very much. Trying to think what I was gonna say. It's very much like okay. It almost feels like they knew what they wanted to do, and then they weren't allowed to do it, and then they had to turn it into Bizarro. Yeah. And now I don't think that's the case. I don't think
their plan was Bizarro.
I
mean, just they didn't
in
know.
as much as they had a plan. Sure, I think.
Did they have a plan, or did they play trash kid ball the whole entire night?
I think the whole idea of the Phantoms and getting to the final Phantom, and the final Phantom being something, and like Lex building like super soldier and needing the Phantom's blood or whatever to power it and stuff. I feel like all of that was premeditated.
Yeah.
I do feel like the Bizarro thing was not a last minute addition, but just
was it thought through?
It felt like when you didn't watch Hero season 2.
No.
But spoiler alert for Hero season 2 finale. Okay. There was this thing they were building to, and they ended up changing it because of the writer's strike. But like Peter Petrelli travels in time, goes to the future. Bunch of people had died off because there was a disease that had killed off a lot of people. Okay. It was a whole thing, and it turned out it was attributed to the people with superpowers, I want to say, is how it was. Or it either went after people with superpowers, or the people with superpowers are what caused it. Either way, it was like a Days of Future Past situation.
Okay.
And like he's there at one point, and then he comes back in time to stop it and stuff. And it was building to the end of the first half of season 2, where they would, release the virus. And then the back half of season 2 was going to be all about the fallout of that, right? Building to the future that Peter Petrelli had went to. Okay. They had filmed like 3 episodes of that, and the writer's strike happened. Or at least they knew that the writer's strike was getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
And so instead of trying to do something and leaving it on a cliffhanger like that, they decided to completely scrap it and rewrite the ending where Nathan Petrelli gets shot in the head. Okay. Yeah, he gets assassinated.
Shit.
And like that's it. And so this future storyline that they wrote never happens. All right. Like they get as far as like leaking the virus out, and then they just like play the footage in reverse, and they're like, "Oh, we fixed it." Like I don't know if
we fixed it. We made time go in reverse.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, I think they used like a vacuum or something. I could be wrong. I don't know, but it was terrible. Okay, and so they did this whole other thing, which was, this Nathan Petrelli assassinated situation. Now, that's kind of what this feels like, where it's like we were building. Think about all the things we were building to. We had the prototype, okay, with Wes, right? Yeah. I'm not saying that was going to be. I'm not saying Wes was going to be the end all. I don't think that was the case. But I do feel like this whole super soldier thing was kind of the big driving force, and the ultimate, ending was to have this whole Lex plot that the Justice League fought against, right? That they've been trying to break down 33.1, right? To have that culminate with the final Phantom in some way.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what that was to be, but like as soon as we hit Bizarro, the super soldier stuff is done.
Yeah.
Like Matt ZR can correct me in chat. I don't think they go back to that. There may be talks of like still doing stuff to like freaks and stuff like that. That could still happen, obviously. But like the whole prototype, like that specific part of it, I'm pretty sure I mean, at the very least, in the finale, it's nothing. Like it ends up, all of these episodes building to the super soldier stuff
Yeah.
just gets completely trashed in favor of the Phantom, which also then gets trashed in favor of Bizarro.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it just kind of comes
It's a
out of
lot.
nowhere.
It's like, hey, we like this layer. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
how about we stack it on top of this layer?
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
And
Got
like-
another thing. Let's put it on top of those layers.
And like the thing is, Bizarro, not normally known to have come from the Phantom Zone.
Nope.
That's not a typical Bizarro storyline.
No.
And I'm not saying they had to follow that
I
storyline.
said, I'm like, oh, wow. They before it was bizarre, like known, like what he
Oh,
said.
yeah.
I said, oh my God, it's Superman 3.
It's Superman 3, yeah. Which honestly, I kind of like better. I
do
like that
too.
idea better than
I
it being
do
Bizarro.
too. That was so weird.
It
But,
just, and I don't know if like maybe they didn't, maybe they were gonna do something more, dumbed down, like maybe they were gonna do like the Phantom went into the prototype and the prototype just was like very strong
Yeah.
and like it was just a big blowout, right?
Yeah.
And maybe they were gonna like finish it and not like I almost feel like maybe they thought they were gonna have a series finale and instead they got picked up for season 7 and so they just kind of reworked it to be a cliffhanger because like a lot of this stuff feels like it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it does.
Chloe being knocked out or dead or whatever,
Yeah.
Lana exploding, like I mean that felt super forced,
It was. I really don't. Matt Sierra says, I don't really recall the super soldiers ever being a thing ever again.
That's what I was thinking. And
Well,
so, like, just for all of that, for 33.1, for the Justice League,
Yeah.
for the prototype, for, like, all of this stuff to just be
I even thought
thrown in the trash for
at
Bizarro.
the beginning of the episode at the log cabin, like when the helicopter showed up and stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Oliver. It's Oliver. I said it out loud. I said, oh, it's Oliver. And then I was
yeah.
like, no, it's not. Dang it, it's
No.
Lex. And I think also when Matt videoed my reaction, I think there might be a part where I call Lex a pussy.
Yeah, you did.
Because in my brain, I'm
Or, well,
like,
I don't think I
oh.
recorded that part.
No.
I think I just,
I
I
don't
think you'd
know.
already said it.
But
Because he runs off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
From
it's
the
more or
little
less-
boy. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well,
The
listen,
little
listen.
boy.
In my brain, yes.
You
my
do
brain,
yours
I was
real
like,
quick. Sorry.
oh, he's a pussy. He's running away from a little boy.
Yeah.
He just ran and left Clark in there, which Clark can handle himself.
Sure.
But pussy. And then he's like, I gotta check on my wife. I'm like,
Yeah.
you chose to go here
Yeah.
instead of even remotely trying.
Yeah. It's very disjointed.
And I don't know, like there was nothing to save in that marriage, of course, but still at the same time, you made the choices that you made.
Yeah.
You wasn't truthful to her.
Yeah.
The one thing she wanted, and
Yeah.
you still wasn't that to her.
Like at
Like,
all. He was
at
probably the
all.
worst
Like,
possible liar she could have got with.
Yes. At least Clark made good reasons half the time.
Like,
oh,
okay.
whoops, I slipped on a banana. I was passed out for a bit.
at least he was lying for good,
Yeah.
But like the little boy
Yeah.
is just another wrinkle
That's stupid.
to this
That was stupid.
this idea of that something went wrong in like production, pre-production,
Yeah.
the building to the end. Like I don't know what went wrong, but something did.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, why does it... And I know they say the Phantom can only last 24 hours or whatever, which they introduce in this.
Yes.
That wasn't a thing.
No, it wasn't.
Which I know this Phantom's different from the other Phantoms because it's a science experiment or whatever and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Sure. But, like, we've heard that there was bodies, but, like, this specific 24 hours until it has to find a new host was just introduced into this episode.
Yes.
So, like... Why did they have to go? Why add that to have the old man go to the little boy, and then the little boy go to Bizarro?
Yeah.
Like it just feels like a step too many. Like it didn't need that.
No.
It could have easily just went old man to Bizarro.
Yeah.
And so it almost feels like maybe the original plan just, had something else. Like maybe Lex was supposed to get the Phantom in him or something.
The Phantom was shown on the laptop. Matt Sierra says this, that Lana was watching a few episodes in Nemesis. Well, yeah, but there was nothing said about the 24 hours thing.
Yeah. I mean, we've known this Phantom's been around, but it's specifically the 24 hours that it can only last 24 hours in a host. And like, it just feels like that was thrown in on this, which I'll be honest, doesn't matter anymore. Now that he's Bizarro, that is what he is. He's not a Phantom anymore. Like he's good now.
Yeah.
So like, it just feels like a lot. Like they added a lot and threw it all away. And like, I don't know. I don't want to talk crap about this because I don't know what happened. But I would love to know if there was something else that they had in mind, and for some reason at the last second they had to rework it. I would love to know what that was, because it really feels like there was something else. Yeah. And then they're like, oh my God. Sorry, here's another piece of this conspiracy theory. Think about if it was supposed to be somebody else, right? If it was supposed to build to another super soldier, maybe it was supposed to be like Justin Hartley, right? Like maybe it was going to be Oliver Queen. He had actually gotten him, and now the Phantom's back in him or something, right? And like he's the super soldier, right? Yeah. Something terrible. I don't know, but like for whatever reason they changed it. What better person at the last second to have to call in to use than Clark himself? They didn't even have to cast a new actor. They just got Tom Welling to do it. Like that speaks to the idea of this was a last second thing that they did. Like, well, fuck, we have to do something. He needs to fight somebody. Yeah. What if he just fights himself? What if we just say the Phantom is the opposite?
We're pulling a Superman 3.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously. So I don't know. That's my tinfoil hat thing. I think there was something different. And I don't even know if it would have been better, the original idea. I don't know. But it feels like it just feels like this was not the original idea. I think that's where I'm heading with this whole thing.
Matt Sierra says, Me Too makes me wonder if this was supposed to be a bigger character due to a previous deleted scene.
Interesting. I know about one deleted scene that we talk about in the continuity section about, I think it was Lana giving the DVD to Lionel is the deleted scene. So let me know the deleted scene you might be referencing if it's a different one.
Also, bringing up the Lana explosion again. Like Lionel showing up, I guess to stop her or whatever. I don't know.
In the back alley of the town.
In the back alley of the town.
While a milk truck drives by.
No, it wasn't a milk truck. It was a mail truck.
Well, whatever the hell it was.
And I'm like,
an old-timey mail truck.
I'm like, that's very unusual. I've never seen one of those driving through there. Also, never really seen a lot of traffic in the alley of the town. Other than fights.
It was
Lionel's car half the damn time.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
It was very much like the way they even like had it drive by.
Yes.
In between her getting in the car and it exploding. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate them not bullshitting us on the back end of when we see if Lana survived. I'm going to pretend like we don't know if Lana survived. But, like
my thought is that she did. I think she did.
She's dead, Maggie. But
she gone.
If she was to be alive, and they reveal to us how they did it, I would at least appreciate the fact that they didn't come up with something that wasn't there in the original shot. That at the very least, like, it's obvious, but at the very least, it's truthful to what we saw. Yeah. As opposed to continuity error.
Yeah.
But it's still horrible. It's still bad. Like,
it is. It's still rough.
Although I did like the Lionel scene following that, talking to Clark. Like, I thought he did a really great job.
Lionel did a great job. I just and of course Martha is gone. She's gone to Washington. But like, I'm like, no, we lose that aspect of Lionel. Is this it for Lionel too?
What do you mean?
Like, is it Jonathan Glover?
Yeah, John Glover. Yeah.
Yeah, John Glover. Is this his last episode?
No,
Okay.
he's in it through season 7.
Okay.
Yeah, season 8 is a rebuilding year.
Okay.
Okay, but it's in a good way.
I'll be sad when he's gone.
It is sad, like, but it's also one of those where they're kind of
happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another one of those pieces that's just holding the story back, you know? Like, and also, again, kind of like Martha, which we'll talk about more when we get into her section, but what has he got left to do? You know? Like Martha this whole season. Just what is she doing?
Yeah.
You know? And like Annette O'Toole not necessarily wanting to just meander around a show for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, they're giving her nothing. It's kind of like when Seth Green left Buffy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, I'm bored. Like, you're not giving, there's nothing for me to do. Why am I here? Like, you know, no hate or anything. There's just nothing for this character to do. And like, I'm obviously not the focus. And so, like, John Glover, we joke all the time about how they change Lionel's, you know, personality every like 12 episodes. And like, so it does, especially in season 7, it does feel like he starts to run to the end of his stuff. And so, you know, they do it in a good way, and a lot like Martha.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you still get him for another season. Which again, season 7 though, shorter season. Thank God. It's only 17 episodes. Because the writer's strike that affected Heroes season 2 was the same writer's strike that affected Smallville. And so instead of having 10 episodes to build out the back half of the season to like fill out their story and stuff, they only had 5. So it feels way more shoehorned and worse. And then it's done. And then season 8 starts and it's like, you know what? We're just gonna fix everything and make this show awesome again.
We're just gonna, you know,
make Smallville awesome again.
Push season 7 off the shelf here. It's gone. There we go. Make room for all the next seasons.
I can't wait for us to watch season 7. I've been talking about season 7 for years. I'm so excited to finally get through it.
Oh boy. Matt Tiara makes a good point. Martha really can't do anything with Chloe and Lionel both being involved with the secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another piece of it. It's like Lionel knows, so I mean, it kind of takes out some of the
Lana got to know, but she blew up.
There's too many people that know at this point. Like I think that's kind of the problem. Is like for the whole thing to be Clark keeping a secret, like half the main cast know, you know, that he's got. And I mean, remember when we had one person that knew?
Oh my God.
And it was like, God.
Torment.
Oh, it was awful. You know what else is awful, Maggie?
War.
War. What is it good for?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. War!
All right. This is how Clark and Lana have progressed this week. This is a long section we just did.
Yeah.
The finale, though, I mean, it has a lot.
It always is a lot.
Let's see. So Lana tells Clark she's leaving Lex, and Clark is happy because he thinks they can be together now. But Lana tells Clark that she has to leave forever to keep both her and Clark safe.
And the baby.
No, there's no baby. Is that the big reveal?
That's the reveal.
Double secret twist.
Yes, that's
that she actually was pregnant.
And it's Clark's.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. She's actually been pregnant for 2 years.
Yes.
Because she got pregnant in season 5. As Lana begins to leave, Clark super speeds to her and tells her his secret. Finally, after 10,000 years, I'm free. What was going through your head?
130 something episodes later.
What was going through your head?
I was like, for the love of God, Clark, if you do not just
out with it, man.
God, just freaking tell her by now, man.
Yeah.
And thank God.
It only took 6 seasons.
If it hadn't have happened, I would have been so mad.
I mean, I get it. I get why. But at the same time, I wouldn't have been surprised. This is what Smallville's given us the entire time.
Yeah.
So Maggie,
What?
Lana finally knows the secret. It's crazy.
Well, she's known.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
She knows all of
Clark-
it now.
Clark told her,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that crazy? It
That's-
took all this time. Is
Thank
it too
God.
little, too late for the Lana situation?
I think it is.
Like, it feels like, I mean, even though we're in new territory,
Yeah, it's true.
but like, still, it's like you kind of have played this game enough with us as an audience, and I'm kind of just not that interested in seeing who wins
I know.
anymore.
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of moving on, Lana accepts Clark for who he is, and they kiss. I did love that. I love that was her reaction.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was great. It made me
I wish
happy.
that was something he always worried about.
Yeah. And to
And
be
like-
accepted like
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah,
I felt happy for Clark,
I did too.
even though it was still like, oh, but I'm still going to leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry. You just told me you dumped all of your secrets out for me, but bye.
Bye. I'm going back to Paris.
Oh my
I'm going to
God.
see if Dean's still running
I
around
will
over
see
there.
Dean. Well, I know he's supposed to be dead, but I heard
No, he's lost. They don't know.
lost.
But no, remember last we saw was that he was missing.
Ah,
I think that's what it said on the
he's in
paper.
Paris, so she's going after him.
You wish you had gone to Paris. This is yell. And you're not going to Paris. That's what it was. I was trying to quote Devil Wears Prada, but I said the line from Boy Meets World
I was
when
about to
Corey's
say-
mom tells her that she wished she had gone to Yale, but I said Paris. So I got that just all wrong.
No,
All the way around. Lana warns Clark about Lionel being the one to force her to marry Lex. Clark then goes to confront Lionel, but is stopped by John, who tells Clark that he is an emissary of Jor-El, and his plan to protect Clark was true. Though, and this is my note here, maybe not that well thought out.
No, it's not that well
What
thought out.
the fuck
I'm okay.
was
That-
Jor-El or not Jor-El, Lionel thinking by using blackmail to protect Clark? Like, I don't understand. Maggie, talk.
Here's another thing. It's drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Especially whenever I was like, oh yeah, tonight's Smallville. Like, I was trying to think through my brain while it happened. Why give us John? And I know it's the season finale and there's a lot of crap going on.
Yeah.
And they injure him and we only get him for like 5 minutes. And it's not fair.
That's another thing that does feel like they kind of
Like,
like
it's
maybe that
just-
was supposed to be part
It's
of
just
it.
like, you know?
Yeah. I wonder if that's another piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
The puzzle pie.
Whoa, Bruce Wayne's in
Bruce
chat.
Wayne is in chat.
Bro.
Are you?
Big
Hey, are you
fan.
Batman?
I'm a big fan of yours, Bruce Wayne.
I heard you was Batman. Are you Batman? It's cool if you are.
Big love, Bruce
Don't
Wayne.
worry, nobody's watching. You can tell us.
Yeah. We won't say anything.
I do think Lionel though was dumb, the way he chose to try and protect Clark using his
Yes.
Jor-El knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy it. Like,
No.
I get they needed a way to force Lana to marry Lex, and I get that
Yeah.
they wrote themselves into a corner by making it be Lionel be the one to force it. But instead of committing to Lionel turning bad again, they was like, no, well, he's still good. He did it because he needed. Here's the plan. Okay, here's why he did it.
All right.
So that Lana could be close enough to steal the DVD from Lex.
She was already
That's
living.
the plan.
She was already living there.
Well, but I mean, she would have left. Like, if she hadn't married Lex, like, she wouldn't have been there. But still, we're talking about a DVD. Y'all have been stealing each other's plans.
Blood.
Blood,
Shit.
fucking stocks and bonds and, buying each other out from each other. Like, I don't even fucking know who owns Luthor Corps at this point.
Lionel.
I think it's Lex.
No, it's Lionel.
Did he? I don't even know, Maggie. That's the thing.
Lionel has the big desk in the big building.
And this just feels stupid. Like, it's a DVD. You tell me ain't no way you could have. What? Okay. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
We got him going.
Listen.
Mm,
Lionel knows Clark's secret.
yeah.
Clark knows Lionel knows Clark's secret, and they have worked together.
Yes.
They worked together literally
Countless times.
a few episodes ago to save Lex from the exploding mine, right?
Yes.
Clark could have just super sped in there and got the DVD before anybody even knew.
Oh, yes. Yes.
There was no, why did he even have to keep Clark in the dark? Clark was because the Phantom was too powerful and he could hurt Clark. Big fucking deal. Are you fucking kidding me?
It was a DVD, y'all.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Matt Ciara makes a good point. Lionel doesn't think. Remember, he still thinks like a villain.
That's a cop out. I'll give it to you, Matt Ciara. Like that, yes, you're right. That's definitely what the writers are intending. I still think it's just badly written. I'm sorry.
Bad.
And I don't mean that based on the writers of this episode, and I don't necessarily mean it on the writers of any particular episode. I feel like this season just was so not honed in
Mm-hmm.
that people were making choices that other people were going to have to fix, and they just didn't work it out before doing it.
Yeah.
Kind of like, and I don't want to throw a grenade into here, so like we don't have to stay on this. Kind of like the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, where it's like, not, short of 9. We don't have to get into this, but like short of 9, like 7 and 8, both really well done, well made movies individually.
Yeah.
Right. Does not tell a through story.
No.
And like one's trying to pick up with it and tell their own story while also, fixing the stuff from the previous one. And so much so where 9 is just, it was fucked from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because like they didn't have a plan. From the get-go, it was going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And it feels like season 6 is kind of that. And I feel like, personally, season 7 kind of falls into a similar trap. Which, again, the executive producers, Go and Miller, they leave at the end of season 7. And I think that's kind of part of this, is that they just weren't that committed to the show anymore. Could be wrong. That's just a personal opinion. How Lex and Lana
Just
have
a theory.
progressed this week. Well, Lana goes back to the mansion and tells Lex that she's leaving. He accuses Lana of working against him, and she tells him she knows he faked her pregnancy. I mean, I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be enough right there.
Yeah.
Though he lies and pretends to know nothing about it. Maggie, do you think Lex knew about the
Yes, he
pregnancy?
knew. Piece of shit. Hey,
Hey, we got
Christian
Cult.
Cult.
Just subscribed. Hey, welcome to the Dog Pound.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. There it is.
We got it.
Okay.
We got it in the end. Do you think Lex knew about the fake pregnancy?
He knew about it.
Right? I mean, he did
He
it.
knew that, but so he could keep her. He even admitted, I did it because I love you. He even said that to her.
He said everything I've done has been because
Because I
of
love you. Yeah.
No, he didn't specifically say the
Well,
pregnancy. He never
that-
owned up to the pregnancy.
I think he did.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm
a
not.
piece of shit.
I'm not trying to play, funny here. I don't think it's ever said that he didn't do it. Like, I'm pretty sure he did it. I don't think that's ever a question. It's just I didn't remember him lying and pretending he didn't do it in this, and them never getting to him like admitting it on screen to us, the audience, right? Like the only things that we have is the doctor obviously blackmailing him looking at the ultrasound alone, the doctor telling him, we know that this isn't your typical pregnancy. Like, I mean, he definitely knew it. They just didn't hard say he knew it or that he did it. You know what I mean? And like, that's just not very Smallville-like. They're usually pretty heavy-handed with being like making sure the audience knows the facts, and they never, in this, the fact that we leave this with, Lex saying he didn't do it. And like, we never get confirmation that he actually did.
it.
It's just, I mean, of course he
Shit.
did. He definitely did.
He did.
It's just, I thought that was weird. I just thought it was weird. She tells him she knows he faked her pregnancy, though he lies and pretends to know nothing about it. Lex then blames Clark, to which Lana says that Clark means more to her than Lex ever could. Lex then slaps Lana. That was not the right one. Causing her to bleed and grabs her by the arm. Lana then tells Lex that he'll have to kill her to keep her in the mansion. Lex receives a call about the project and leaves, and Lana decides to go ahead and leave town. What do you think about the slap?
I don't know, man. It's just like, yes, tensions were high and stuff.
Yeah.
And good for her for standing her own ground and, saying no.
Did I lose you at some point?
I don't know.
Okay. It's okay. I feel like
I'm
your
very
reaction
fuzzy.
to this. Oh, okay.
And
Lex slapped Lana.
yeah.
What are your thoughts when you saw that? Anger?
Anger.
Okay.
I think, I don't know. I went into auto drive, or not auto drive, overdrive.
Oh, you're fine.
See,
You're good.
can't even talk. No, anger, because that piece of shit, he lied about it. Because Matt ZR, thank you for the point in chat. Lex destroying Lana's medical files is another one.
Oh, yeah. Big red flag.
Yeah. Big red flag. So, yeah,
You never
he
hit-
faked it.
You never hit someone.
No, especially someone that you declare that you love them with all of your being.
If obviously a relationship should never get to the point of abuse, period. Right? Like
Yeah.
that's obviously that for sure. Not even the fact that she's a woman. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't even matter. If Lana had hit Lex, no, it doesn't work that way because Lex fucked Lana over. So I mean,
Yeah.
like, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
But like,
That's justifiable.
it just feels like, again, they're just trying to push Lex to be completely irredeemable. Like
and
it was
they've done
one-
it.
Yeah, I mean he's gone. Like
He's-
there's no bringing Lex back.
There's no bringing him back.
And
no.
honestly, I feel like that's one of the reasons Michael Rosenbaum kind of leaves the series. Again, at season 7, he leaves at the end of season 7. And I feel like that's another kind of reason is that there's nothing for him to do. Like at this point, he's just a comic book villain,
Yeah.
and he's kind of been that way for a couple of seasons now.
Yeah, he has.
And like season 7 doesn't really fix that at all.
Mhm.
And so like again, he just kind of wants more,
yeah.
So I'm kind of jumping the gun here with season 7 talk, but you can feel, Smallville kind of entering this era of like, what are we doing? We need to. It's almost like when Friends hit season 7. I don't really remember what happened in Friends season 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, and it's kind of because they were just doing the same thing, and luckily
Yes.
Smallville kind of breaks that.
Yeah.
They fixed that. So luckily we didn't end up, because I feel like Smallville, had they not corrected themselves after 7, probably would have been canceled, if we're being totally honest.
That is true.
What you got?
Matt Sear says it was a long time coming with the Lexana breakup. The Lex slap was messed up. Lana just slapped him back. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it too, but then at the same time, I'm like, if she slapped him back, and I don't know, I don't think it would have had the same meaning.
I think what she said was
what
awesome.
she said, yes.
That's
What
the
she
last
said
time you'll
back.
ever touch me.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking badass,
Yes,
honestly.
it was.
Like, yeah, she could have kicked his ass, and that
Yeah,
would
she
have
could
been
have.
very therapeutic for all of us to see,
Yes.
But I thought that showed that, in a way, it showed that Lex hadn't completely corrupted her or whatever.
Yeah.
That she hadn't completely went the Lex route,
Yeah.
because she didn't sink to that level.
No.
And I think that kind of broke Lex even more in seeing
Yeah.
that Lana, after all that, she was still better than him.
Yeah.
Like that she couldn't get down to Lex's level because of how good Clark is.
Yes.
Like, I mean, obviously it was Lana's choices and stuff for sure, but this is following the Clark will mean more to me than you ever will.
Yeah.
And like that influence of Clark on Lana kept her from being able to be completely devolved
Mhm.
down to Lex's level.
Yeah.
And I think seeing that, it almost like, I'm getting way too like theoretical here,
Yeah.
but it's almost like Lex sees what could have been himself if he hadn't have turned on Clark.
Mm-hmm.
If he had held on to the light of Clark, he could have not been at the deep
Mhm.
darkness that he is because he sees Lana didn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, Clark didn't, and it's not because Clark gave up on Lex. It's Lex's fault, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I feel like in that moment he sees what he could have been. If he had just held on to that light a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But instead now he's alone in the darkness, hitting women that he claims to love and creating super soldiers out of dead people.
You have a new nickname now
Oh, what's my new nickname?
by me.
Oh, okay. What's my new nickname?
The Deep, because you go deep.
The Deep? Wait, man, you might want to rethink what you just said.
Sorry. With his thoughts.
How about Jack Handy? I'm about to go all Jack Handy with some deep thoughts.
No.
How about that?
No.
All right. Lana
I'm
decides
so tired.
to
And
go-
I'm so sorry, everybody.
You're fine. Lana decides to go ahead and leave town. Lionel calls Lana and tries to protect her. Lionel pulls into the alley behind the town to see Lana get in the car, which then explodes.
Thanks, DJ. The car is going to explode.
We've talked about the explosion. We don't really have to break it down.
Nope. We already ripped it apart.
How Clark and Lex have progressed this week.
Huh,
Well,
rip.
Lionel, unable to adequately process what has happened, tells Clark that Lana is dead. Clark knows Lex did it and decides to go do what he should have done a long time ago and kill Lex Luthor.
Yeah. They went to Taco Bell.
Yes. Kill him with diarrhea.
Oh my god. My head.
Lionel goes to warn Lex, but Clark follows Lionel to the dam and finds Lex. Lex is trying to escape before the Phantom kills him, but Clark finds him and begins threatening him for killing Lana. Lex appears to be broken upon hearing that Lana is dead. When the Phantom arrives, Clark lets Lex go, and Lex escapes the dam only to find the Smallville Police Department showing up to arrest Lex Luthor for the murder of Lana Luthor.
Lana, girl, I hope you can change your name back.
Surely. Well, she's dead.
Well, I know she's dead, but
There ain't no changing it back. Lana's dead, mate. She's as dead as any dead person has ever been dead
She's
in
not
the
dead as a
history of dead.
doornail.
She is deader than Jonathan Kent. She's dead. All right.
I mean, she's
dead.
alive.
No, she died. She blew up. You saw her blow up. She blew up. She blew up, dog.
She hopped in that mail truck.
No.
While it blew
What?
up. Yes.
You're talking crazy.
She
You're
faked her own
talking
death.
crazy, Maggie.
She faked her own death. DJ not tried Baja Blast. Good job, man.
Dude, Baja Blast is the best. Do the best. Blast.
Do the bell.
Think outside the blast. All right. How Clark and Lois have progressed this week. So Clark and Lois didn't actually have a lot of interaction this week, if any. I don't think they had one interaction.
No, they didn't.
But Lois was doing research to try and find the location of Lex's lab that was controlling Wes. Remember Wes?
what?
Remember when that was a plot thread?
Yeah.
And Noir happened also. Remember that?
Oh,
Lois
God.
arrives at the dam and is attacked by a guard. She knocks him out, but not before being stabbed. Chloe arrives to find Lois is dead. Chloe cries over Lois's body, but when a tear reaches Lois returns to life, completely healed. Lois looks to find Chloe now dead, maybe? Question mark.
She has Rapunzel powers. Don't remind me of Noir. Sorry, Matthew.
So is Chloe dead?
Nah.
Honestly, I thought this was the only thing when it was airing.
Yeah.
Like obviously when it was airing and Bizarro happened, I was like, what?
They did.
But- I mean, I was excited probably. But obviously I did not think Lana was dead. But I did like the idea of this being how they fix the Chloe conundrum, because Chloe doesn't exist in Superman, right? And at this point, it felt like they were still trying to lead Smallville, not necessarily into Superman the movie, of course, even though that's kind of their goal, but obviously it would not lead directly into that. But you know, they're still trying to get it to fit the Superman mythology, right? And Chloe doesn't exist in that, right? So I kind of liked the idea of Chloe dying, but her like essence, you know, going into Lois, because Chloe was very much a representation of Lois in the early days. She was basically the Lois Lane for the show before we got Lois Lane.
High school version.
Yeah. And so I liked the idea of Chloe like being a part of Lois, and like that being, you know, like maybe that drives her to be more of a journalist and stuff, and like, you know, all of that. Like I liked that idea. That is not what they do. Just to be clear, that is not the story at all. But it was. I was very compelled by it, and then they don't do that.
Throw it away.
Pretty much.
Fade Away 400 says cool.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Fade Away 400. So do you think Chloe's dead?
Nah.
All right. Let's get into Phantom continuity.
Ah.
Carry on my wayward son.
I'll make a declaration. Lana and Chloe are not dead.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. But when I reach Thomas Jefferson, I'm compelled to include women in the sequel. Work! A phantom is an aberration or specter. Oh, specter. That's a DC Comics reference. The title refers to the phantom wraiths that Clark inadvertently released from the Phantom Zone, specifically the final one that Clark tracks down in this episode. Does Clark track it down?
No.
No.
It tracks him down.
He goes to kill Lex, and then it's there.
Yeah.
Like
he shows up, and guess what's there?
What the fuck did actually happen to Martian Manhunter?
He said that where he got hurt, that he had to go into space to heal.
Yeah. But they were like, hey, you can't fight it. It's too strong for you.
Yeah.
And then he does.
Yeah. Well, they said the one body that this phantom wants is a Kryptonian.
Yeah.
But they don't say anything about this phantom being able to take his DNA and then become another Clark.
Again, not to keep hammering this home, but I just feel like that's just another big old piece of the something changed pie.
Big old butthole. Plot hole.
Like in the episode Zod, the recap scene from this season is removed from the DVD version. Boo, that's stupid. I hate when they do that crap. On the season 6 DVD box set, a deleted scene gives more insight into Lana and Lionel's deal. Lana secretly meets with Lionel to give him the DVD featuring the Wraith, saying she's fulfilled her half of the bargain. Lionel informs her that her role isn't finished, but Lana declares declares her intention to leave Lex. Lionel tries to remind her that they are doing this to protect Clark and that she must stay with Lex a little longer, but she is reluctant to believe him since he threatened to kill Clark. Lana reveals how terrified she is, but seems to agree when Lionel assures her she is helping Clark and the world. So, I wonder why that got cut. Useless. Because we already knew all that. Lois finds out coordinates with the numbers that Wes was saying. In reality, they lead to a location just outside Kansas City, the most probable location for Smallville's metropolis. Reeves Dam. This episode marks the second time Clark has nearly killed someone he blames for the death of a girlfriend. The first time was in the episode Pariah, when he attempted to strangle Tim Westcott for murdering Alicia Baker. Interestingly, he appears to have been much more willing to kill Westcott than Lex, and does not seek an explanation from him. I would say it's not that. I think Clark has grown, and I think he was more furious at Lex for choosing to kill her than like Tim Westcott or whatever the fuck killing Alicia. You know, I think, and he was like more of a teenager then. I feel like he's just grown, and also I feel like the writers didn't think about that.
True.
There you go. Lana is the second main character after Lex in Season 5's Vessel to discover Clark's secret in a season finale. Matt, note here, this is a note from me. Disagree, right? She found out in the wedding episode, right? Like, are we counting this as finding out a secret? Like, she found out in the wedding.
The day of the wedding, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she knew he had superpowers.
Yeah.
I guess technically she doesn't know
She
the
didn't know
whole
about
secret.
him being an alien.
Yeah. She knew, like, I would say 3/4 of a secret.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the superpowers are the more important thing than an alien.
Yeah.
Like, if she found out he was an alien, but not the powers, I'd be like, she don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But knowing that he's super powered and that he has a vulnerability. Like, I feel like she knew
Yeah.
pretty much everything. That's just my opinion. All right. The French Canadian woman tries to kill the Phantom by boiling her father's t-shirt on the stove. This is a common practice in folklore to burn the clothes the person was wearing when they got possessed for deliverance from the spirit. What do you think about the fact we got a possession scene in this? Like,
but
sorry,
that
let me rephrase
was
that. An
a bit
exorcism
much.
scene in this.
That was a bit much, I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not this show. Why are y'all trying to push
Hey, man.
all these genres
Well,
on
keep
us?
in mind, Supernatural had taken off at this point. So they're like, we need to get some fucking Supernatural shit in here, all right? We got to get some exorcisms. We got to get some Dean and Sam shit. I'm surprised they didn't play fucking Kansas. Martian Manhunter reveals that he has been watching Clark from a distance his whole life. While the episode does not go into detail, it is possible that, with Martian Manhunter being a shapeshifter, any random background character, male or female, in past episodes could have secretly been Martian Manhunter in disguise. What do you think? Who from any previous episodes, who do you think was Martian Manhunter? Whitney. Wow was
It was
Martian Manhunter. Ooh, in a weird twist, Flana was actually Martian Manhunter the whole time.
I have a weird twist.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I said
Pete.
test.
It's Pete. Pete Ross.
Pete, that would be a good one.
Pete.
I lost my thought.
You have a weird twist.
I can't remember it.
I think you're making it up on the spot. Probably. He's probably asleep, if we're being honest.
I'm trying, man.
Hey,
I'm
no worries,
trying.
dog.
I'm trying to stay strong for the podcast.
You got this. This
VOD
is
podcast.
the 4th season, which finishes with the credit "to be continued." Simultaneously, this is the 7th episode, which culminates with the expression "the other episodes were Tempest, Calling, Exile, Commencement, Oracle, Vessel, and Salvation."
Hallelujah.
Bartlett, the Project Ares supervisor, also appeared in the episodes Combat, Nemesis, Noir, and Prototype. This is the 2nd and final Smallville episode Dr. Jameson appears in. His name was never spoken aloud in these episodes. However, viewers could know his name by watching his prior appearances in Chloe Chronicles and Chloe Chronicles Volume 2. Yeah, way to go. It
Good
appeared that 7 forms were released from the Phantom Zone in Zod. However, counting Clark, Raya, Gloria, Baron, Alder, Dr. Hudson, and Titan, Bizarro is the 8th zoner released. Lana finally learns Clark's secret after Clark tells her his origins. After years of speculation, her investigation was revealed in Trespass, and she learned most of his powers in the episode Promise. The conversation between Clark and Martian Manhunter is very similar to the conversation that they had in a deleted scene in the episode Labyrinth. Presumably, the writers originally intended for the Manhunter to explain his backstory to Clark halfway through season 6, but when the scene was deleted from Labyrinth, they moved the conversation to the season finale, Phantom. Did you get all that, man?
Yeah, I did.
We're losing her. We're losing Maggie.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm so sorry. My brain is just...
Why don't you chew some gum? That usually wakes you up.
That usually helps me.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Hey, you know what, Maggie? Don't even worry, dog. Don't even front.
And Lucy's even licking my arms.
This is the 4th time in a row that Clark wears his red jacket and blue shirt outfit in a season finale after season 3's Covenant, season 4's Commencement, and season 5's Vessel. This episode also marks the 58th appearance of Clark's red jacket and blue shirt outfit, which he wears frequently throughout the series. What do you think about that?
Let's go, boys.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Quit chewing so goddamn loud. Oh my God. That was so loud. All right. Let's welcome to the party, pal, the people who showed up in this episode for the first time.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Everybody, it's Bizarro, baby. There he is. There he is, Maggie. That deleted scene in Labyrinth is what Matt ZR was referencing earlier. Ah, gotcha. So Bizarro is here. We've talked a little bit about him. During the fight with Clark, the Phantom Wraith takes some of Clark's DNA, makes a carbon copy of him out of it, and permanently possesses the carbon copy of him in order to be whole again. So, just to be clear, the Phantoms takes some of Clark's DNA, I guess by like rubbing up against his junk or something, right? Does he steal a hair? I don't know. I don't know what he does. But either way, he got some DNA, all right? Then made a carbon copy of Clark, and then possessed the carbon copy of Clark. And that is what Bizarro is.
Yeah.
So the Phantom, still a Phantom, just possessing this body. To be clear, none of this comes up or is spoken of ever again, okay? Like, I mean, we do know, like, that he's like a carbon copy and stuff. Like, they mentioned that. But, like, the fact that he's just, like, possessing this body is, I don't think they ever speak of that again. Like, it just is, he just is this body.
Yeah.
Right? Even though that's not what it is. And the reason why the 24-hour thing doesn't matter is because the body's Kryptonian. And so, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have, theoretically, the Phantom could have cloned, another body of something. Why? Okay, if he could just clone bodies.
Why didn't he clone
the human bodies that he was having to take every 24 hours? You know? Why do you have to jump into a little boy?
Humans are not strong.
I mean, why didn't he go after, like, Titan or Batista? You know?
They're not the smartest either.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just weird. It's just weird. This is Smallville's version of Bizarro as a result of a long ago Kryptonian experiment as explained by the Martian Manhunter. Bizarro is the 34th DC Comics character to be adapted into the series. I think it's actually higher according to us because we counted a few that they didn't count. But I haven't kept track of that. So I'm just going with whatever the website says. But now, Maggie, unfortunately, it's time to remember all those that we lost this week.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Chloe, Lana, others probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? We don't know about them, but we do know that this is the last episode featuring Annette O'Toole. We're going to miss you, Annette. As the role of Martha Kent, as a regular cast member, she appeared in 136 episodes of Smallville since season 1. Other credits include Lana Lang in Superman 3, Beverly Marsh in It.
Ooh.
I didn't know that was her. I didn't know she was in
Oh,
It.
yeah. I remember us watching, I guess.
The 1990s, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, but like we watched something on YouTube about it. And it
Oh,
showed them all. And I'm pretty certain we're like, oh, wow, there's Martha.
Wow. I forgot. She played Lisa Bridges on Nash Bridges.
Huh.
Rihanna and Lawrence, Topanga's mom, on Boy Meets World, alongside her real-life husband, Michael McKeon, who played Topanga's dad in the same episode. She played Atlanta, AC's mom, on the Mercy Reef pilot, which only played her voice. I don't think they physically showed her. 6 episodes of Halt and Catch Fire, which I started many moons ago before we were even dating. And never picked it back up. I watched like 4 episodes in one night and then never touched it again. It was weird. She played Stephanie Kenny in A Futile and Stupid Gesture. Do you remember that movie? The National Lampoon's movie. It had all those people. Fucking what's his name? Oh, fuck. God, the main guy from Community played Chevy Chase in it.
Oh, yeah.
It was about like the birth of the
SNL.
No, not
National
SNL.
Lampoon.
National Lampoons, yeah.
And SNL.
No, it wasn't SNL. But she was in that. I didn't realize she was in it. She also was Eliza Schultz in 4 episodes of the Punisher series on Netflix. And she played Hope McCree in 56 episodes of Virgin River.
Virginia.
Virginia River. Virgin River. That's actually her most recent one. Annette O'Toole is married to actor Michael McKean, who played Perry White in the Smallville episode Perry. Annette will return sporadically before the end of the series. I kind of mentioned that when we were watching the episode. Kind of like how Jonathan has popped up a couple of times. It's similar, very similar to that. It's she's never like back. But you know, they don't. I'm honestly, it sucks that she's gone. I completely understand why. And she was a wasted character for the past season for sure.
Yeah.
Not because of herself, but just the writers. Just there was nothing to tell, you know. And I'm glad that they gave her a good ending instead of like just fucking killing her off or something, you know, like letting her go off and be a state senator. It's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
You know, so I mean, I like it. Again,
Jonathan's
sporadically.
ghost is just gonna be creeping around the house.
The ghost of Pa, looking for that goddamn apple pie. Where the fuck is it at? Where the fuck is it at? But see, now we just get Clark at the barn all alone, just jack-a-lacking around.
Yeah.
You know?
This big old truck.
Annette will return. I already said that. This is also the last appearance of Ben Ayers as Bartlett.
For whom the
So
bell
sad.
tolls.
So sad. I hate it. I'm gonna miss old Bartlett. Do you remember Bartlett?
President Bartlett.
No, that's a different one.
No.
Do you remember Bartlett on this show?
Barely.
None of us do. I don't know. But this is his last appearance. I think I even talked about him earlier. I think he is the guy that was like the project head. Not the doctor, but the other guy that was over Project Ares. I think it was that.
Gotcha.
I wonder if they were building to like a God of War situation, because Ares is the God of War. I wonder if that was, if they were going to kind of go like mythological with it. And then they were like, no, fuck, that's stupid. We can't bring Wonder Woman into this. I wonder if maybe that could have been what they were going for. I mean, it's Project Ares. Like, could be. Maybe Loki. And they're going to do a
Maybe.
Loki situation. Anyway, I've lost Maggie.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
get into the Freak of the Week.
Major funky.
Yeah, the Freak of the Week this week is Bizarro.
Bizarro.
Again, he's here. He has the powers of flight, possession, super strength, super speed, crystal of L immunity, DNA mimicry, and green kryptonite absorption. Yeah. The description is as follows. Bizarro, or Bizarro Clark, was the last and possibly most dangerous phantom wraith that escaped the Phantom Zone. He was accidentally created in a laboratory on Krypton and was later discarded and sent to the Kryptonian prison by Jor-El and Martian Manhunter. He escaped when Clark Kent opened a portal to Earth so he could escape from the zone using the House of El Gateway. Bizarro escaped with him and spent the next several weeks seeking a host that could sustain him, though humans could only serve as hosts for up to 24 hours before he would need a new vessel. I haven't heard that one before. Bizarro eventually confronted Clark and absorbed his DNA, allowing him to create an imperfect clone of the Kryptonian, which would act as a permanent host for Bizarro to inhabit, which also gave him Clark's power. It is unclear what Bizarro originally looked like before being stripped of his corporeal form and banished to the Phantom Zone. Upon his banishment there, he became a phantom wraith. As a wraith, he appeared as a skeletal, decayed being, gray in color, shrouded in tattered robes. And after escaping the zone, Bizarro took a piece of Clark Kent's DNA, which gave him a permanent form that was identical to Clark's on an atomic level. In that form, his clothing choices were an inverse of Clark's. He wore a navy blue jacket over a maroon shirt. Yeah. Remember when we were playing Roller Coaster Tycoon a couple weeks ago, and I was like, no, that's not the right colors for Bizarro. All that. I was just planting the seeds, baby. Planting the seeds in your head.
Look at you.
Did you notice the color scheme for this season? Purple. Very Bizarro. I'm like you, just a little more bizarre. Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. All right, Maggie, for the final time, it's time to rank the Freaks of the Week this season. The final ranking currently at number 1, Red Clovis. Number 2, Justice League. Number 3, Green Arrow. Number 4, Red Oliver. Number 5, Legzod. Number 6, Friendship. Number 7, Wonder Woman. Number 8, Love. Number 9, Bronson and Batista. Number 10, Bow Wow Wow. Number 11, I Blew Myself. Number 12, Doc Huds. Number 13, Kane Boner. Number 14, Tori Spelling. Number 15, Gloria Gloria. Number 16, Cliff, brother of Joe. Number 17, Wes Keenan and Kel. Number 18, Mac and Cheese. Number 19, Duncan. Number 20, Noir. And number 21, Jed McNally. Maggie, where do you want to put Bizarro? I'm like you, just a little more bizarre.
Well, comparatively to other ones, I think he's not going to be as high as like what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe the top 7. I don't think this one will go as high.
I was saying number 1.
Really?
No.
Let's say, what the hell's wrong with you?
No, I mean, like, listen, it's not the worst, and like it does, of course, get bonus points in my head because it's a DC Comics Superman villain, right? Like anytime they do that, it automatically gets a couple of notches in my book. But just given his 3 minutes of appearance in this, I mean, really, calling him Bizarro is kind of unfair because he was the Phantom for way longer. But yeah, I mean, I would say he's in the top half. I would say, like, he's at least in the top 11. The final person, number 11, is I Blew Myself, which is right after Bow Wow Wow. So I would say he's at least above them two.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Bow Wow Wow was fun. But I mean, I feel like the Phantom at the very least had a higher body count. He's a little scarier. It's kind of cool that, like, you know, there's more to him and stuff. Bow Wow Wow was fun. It was fun, but like I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Bizarro is probably higher than that. But I mean, I'm open to disagreement.
No, I agree with you.
What do you think about Batista? Bronson and Batista.
I think better.
They were better than Bizarro.
Well, Bizarro's better.
You think so?
No. I'm thinking of the big fight scene with Batista.
And the first time we see Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
That was pretty rad.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm with you. I think I'd say they're probably... I'd probably put them above, which would put Bizarro at number 10. You down with that?
Yes, I'm down.
All right, everybody. Your final ranking for Bizarro. There we go. For Smallville season 6, number 1, Red Clois. Number 2, Justice League. Number 3, Green Oliver. Number 4, Green Arrow. Number 4, Red Oliver. Number 5, Legzod. Number 6, Friendship. Number 7, Wonder Woman. Number 8, Love. Number 9, Bronson and Batista. Number 10, Bizarro. Number 11, Bow Wow Wow. Number 12, I Blew Myself. Number 13, Doc Huds. Number 14, Kane Boner. Number 15, Tori Spelling. Number 16, Gloria Gloria. Number 17, Cliff, brother of Joe. Number 18, Wes Keenan and Kel. Number 19, Mac and Cheese. Number 20, Duncan. Number 21, Noir. And number 22, bringing up the ass, Jed McNally.
Woo!
That is your ranking for the Freaks of the Week for Smallville season 6. Now let's get into the next segment, Puberty, but with superpowers.
Yep. Big change.
This bingo.
Clark uses the following abilities in this episode: superhuman speed, superhuman strength, and invulnerability. Martian Manhunter uses the following abilities in this episode: telepathy, invulnerability, superhuman strength, flight, super speed, and healing factor. Chloe uses her empathic healing ability for the first time. Her empathic healing ability. Maggie, what do you think about Chloe's ability finally being revealed? And it's that she can heal everyone.
No, I don't think she can heal everyone. I think, oh man,
okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I think she can only heal certain people.
Okay, and what do you think the determination is for that?
Like how much she cares about that person. Like she is shedding tears for Lois.
Yeah.
So
You don't think it was just an emotionally charged moment that caused her to to activate her powers for the first time.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, you're not wrong. Were you surprised that that was her power?
Yeah.
It's kind of generic, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I feel like you have a character, Chloe, and she could have had any ability.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had an open book, and like we know her. There's so much you could have given this character to make her. I lost Maggie.
I'm sorry.
To make her, you know, speak to her personality, her character. To, you know, even to give her something stronger to be able to like help Clark with or something.
Yeah.
And instead, you gave her healing ability for people she loves. I just feel like it's kind of a waste, you know? I'm not going to lie to you, Maggie. It doesn't last forever.
Mm.
Like, I think she maybe does it maybe 2 or 3 times the entire series. And like,
Why couldn't it just made her really smart, like Stack Shock's best friend in the cartoon?
I mean, that would have been cool. What about the
Yeah.
time she had the abilities
Yeah.
to make people tell the truth? Like, what about that?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. This whole thing of Chloe having superpowers is just, I mean, they get rid of it at a certain point. I forget how they do it.
She ran out.
Yeah.
She ran out of tears.
I mean, it's not that, but it's something like for some reason she no longer has the ability. And I think it's because the writers figured out like, oh shit, no one is in danger now because we can literally just bring them back to life. What the fuck have we done? You know, kind of removes some stakes. Like, it's already hard enough to put stakes with Superman being your main protagonist, but like now death can't even affect anybody. And so it's like, well, we need to do something. We got to nerf some people, you know. Maggie fell asleep.
I'm so sorry.
Bizarro
I'm
uses
tired.
the following abilities in this episode: possession, superhuman strength, super speed, flight, and genetic mimicry. No flights, no tots, Maggie. Did they break the rule this week? No flights, no tots.
I'm going to say no. No flats, no tots.
Explain.
Hmm?
There was flights. There was 2 flights. We saw 2 flights.
I saw people crashing through walls.
No. Martian Manhunter flew.
Yeah.
He flew.
I thought this only pertained to Clark.
And then Bizarro
I
flew.
thought this only pertained to Clark.
Maggie, I want you to take a look at this screen.
No.
Look at this screen. That motherfucker's flying. And who is that? Clark.
Disco Ball Clark.
It's Clark.
Disco Ball Clark.
No flights, no tides. Fucking Clark
Clarky
flew. Clark flew.
Clarky Bark.
Was it Bizarro Clark? Yeah. Still counts. I'm counting it. They broke the rule.
How could you?
They suck. It's just an arbitrary rule to you know, to nerf their main protagonist. You know? Like, oh, he can't fly and he won't be wearing tots because that is just, we're not telling that story. No, you're too fucking scared. All right, Al Go and Miles Miller, you're too scared to give him the power of flight. It scares you.
You little bitches.
That's right. What do you think this is? Wednesday? Get out of here. Go write Spider-Man 2 or I Am Number 4, you fucks.
Go away.
Matt ZR says, I remember how, but we can't say why. Yeah, I think I remember too. I was trying to say I didn't remember so that Maggie didn't ask any questions.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I remember.
What'd you say?
All right, let's get into drugs, baby.
Oh, I need some.
Toxic content.
All right, Bizarro absorbs the green kryptonite from Lionel and becomes supercharged. What do you think about that?
Oh gosh, my brain went like Fortnite and Smallville at
What-
the same time.
What do you think about Bizarro
Bizarro
absorbing the
absorption.
green kryptonite?
That's crazy because that's the thing that hurts Clark.
It's almost like it's the opposite for Bizarro.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait.
He's anti.
Matt ZR, correct me if I'm wrong here. That's also why his face did this. Was because of the sun.
Well,
Because
should put some sunblock on, bitch.
Well, because you know what gives Clark his powers.
The sun.
So what would hurt Bizarro?
The sun.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. Again, Matt ZR, you correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Not necessarily that, like, I don't know. I don't think he's like a vampire. Like you throw Bizarro in the sun and like, fuck, he's dead. He's dusted. He's dead now, you know? I don't think that's the case, but I'm pretty sure the sun causes him to, at the very least, look different.
Yeah.
I think that's the case. Again, Maziar, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong here. But Maggie, enough talk about that. Let's get into
Oh boy.
the quotes of the
That's
episode.
just prime.
Well, that's just prime.
All right, Maggie, we got Lex and Lionel. Which one do you want to be?
I'll be Lionel.
All right. Yeah, Matt nailed it with the sun, so no need to correct you. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Maziar. I appreciate that. Yeah. And like they don't tell you that in the finale.
Yeah.
So like when he does that with his face, you're just kind of like, why the fuck did he do that? You
Why does it
know?
look like a friggin' disco ball?
Because it goes back and forth. He doesn't just look like that now. Like he looks normal. And that's kind of an annoying piece of it, is it's just Tom Welling wearing dark red and dark blue instead of primary red and primary blue, you know? Like, anyway, I digress. So Lex says, as hard as it is for you to believe Lana actually loves me.
Oh, you know so little about women, Lex. Lana does not love you. The only reason she even agreed to marry you is because I gave her a gentle yet very firm nudge.
Using my wife against me? That's deplorable, even for you, you sick son of a bitch. All right, now we got Clark and Lana.
I'll be Lana.
All right. I can't lose you again, not without telling you the truth about me.
Clark, I already know about your powers.
There's more. I'm from another planet. It's called Krypton. It's light years away. My parents sent me here to save me. They sent me to Earth just before Krypton was destroyed. Please, say something.
You're still the same Clark Kent to me.
For a second, I thought that they played a bit of the love theme from Superman the movie. But I mean, obviously that's Lois and Superman's theme. Something they didn't, but for a moment I thought they did, and I was kind of excited for it. Like I would have let it pass. You know, I would have just been like, you know, it's Superman's love theme. Like I'm cool with them using it. But I mean, obviously it would be better to be used with Lois. Obviously. All right, we got Lex and Lana.
I'll be Lana.
All right. Everything I've ever done is because I love you.
You aren't capable of love, Lex. You never were.
It's Clark, isn't it? You never could get over him, even if he is the biggest liar of them all.
Clark means more to me than you ever will.
Ugh.
That's the last time you'll ever touch me.
Let's try to do this one. It did not work. All right. We got Clark and Bizarro. Which one do you want to be?
I'll be Clark.
You'll be Clark? Okay.
Yeah. So you could say that line.
Oh, okay.
What the hell are you?
I'm you. Only a little more bizarre.
Oh.
Fucking horrid line. Horrid line. There is no one would talk like that. Least of all a goddamn phantom wraith that's been in fucking hell purgatory space for millennia, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I'm you, only a little more bizarre. Just fucking get the fuck out of here. What a big fucking wet fart on a terrible ending of a season anyway, you know? Like, they dropped the ball, and this line was them taking a big old shit on it, all right? That's all I'm saying. Just awful, awful line. I love it. I love this line. All right. Let's get into DC references. Perfect bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Fury out.
In the comics, Martian Manhunter was several people present during Clark's upbringing. Josh Johnston, a farmhand at the Kent farm, and Mrs. Klingman, a civics teacher at Smallville High.
Oh.
Yeah. In the comics, one version of Bizarro was a laboratory-created evil Superman clone while another was an alternate reality Superman from a Bizarro world. That's the one I know. The one that is on like a square Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, the main Bizarro that I'm familiar the most with is the one from Superman the Animated Series. That's like big and gray.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's not healthy.
good doggy. You know?
Good doggy.
And like, there's one.
This is for school.
Yeah, basically, yes. And like, he has like a rock Lois or some shit. It's a bizarre episode, Maggie.
Oh, you said the thing.
It's an episode of Superman, just a little more bizarre. Nailed it. In this episode, there is a shot of Clark and Chloe working across the desk from each other at the Daily Planet, a foreshadowing of his future self being a reporter in the Superman comics. I did like that shot. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
And see, Maggie, these are the crumbs they give us. You know? These are the fucking crumbs. I brought this up like in season 1, right? Where they're like, hey, you're like,
no, okay.
where they're like, hey, we're not going to give you a comic book show, okay?
Yeah.
But we're going to give you fucking crumbs every so often. Tiny little nuggets of crumb, okay? And that's what this is. Sure, we got Bizarro.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Okay. Which is a bastardization version of Bizarro, but I digress. But like this, seeing Clark like sitting at a desk at the Daily Planet across from Chloe, and it's that shot, and like you see the Daily Planet logo and stuff. That's the fucking crumbs they gave us, okay? Season 7, similar things. We've been getting crumbs this whole fucking series. But come season 8, Maggie, they give us larger crumbs, okay? These crumbs are a little bit larger.
4-course meal.
It's like, okay, it's like if you took a cracker and you bit into it and then a tiny piece fell off, right? That would be the crumbs that we currently have. But in season 8, we get as if they actually tried to break off a piece of the cracker. That's what we got. That's the crumb we got. See, there's a bit of a difference, just slight difference there. But you know what else there's a difference of, Maggie?
What?
That actually segue doesn't count, but it is time to count down to Superman. 15 weeks until Superman returns to cinemas.
Holy shnikes.
Can you believe it, Maggie? 15 weeks. Maggie, tell me all you think about Superman.
I can't wait to see Crypto. And Crypto's awesome.
Oh.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see Quell Man.
Do you think
and Quell Dog?
Do you think he's going to do that? Do you think he's going to go?
Yes. He's going to make the Quell sound.
Who are you most excited to see? Superman, Krypto, or Nathan Fillion's bowl cut?
Nathan Fillion's bowl cut.
That wasn't the right button, but it doesn't matter. Next time on Smallville. Nope.
Hey, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
Shut up, Pete.
That wasn't the right one either.
Next time, Gadget. Next
Okay.
time.
Bitch need to be told to shut up.
I didn't even realize I'd hit the wrong one until it ended.
Hooray!
Season 6, season review and bonus features. Maggie,
Shoe doggies.
based solely off that title, what do you think next week's episode of
We're
Going Back to
gonna
Smallville?
review. Oh God.
Yeah, it's all good.
We're gonna review season 6 and talk about the bonus features in the Blu-ray box.
Nailed it.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be this.
Okay.
You know, I kind of hit the wrong button again.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Stop what?
It hurts.
Well,
Okay.
Maggie, you know what doesn't hurt?
Leave it.
This being the end of the episode. That's right. Next week, we'll be talking season 6 overall, but with a main focus on the bonus features, including the Justice Chronicles, which should be on there somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how all that played out. If it was all like a motion comic or if it was just comics. Either way, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Don't worry. We're gonna be talking about that. And then, of course, any bonus features they may have had, anything like that. And then a week after next week, we will be talking about, we'll be taking our 1 week break between seasons to watch Supergirl, the movie.
Yeah.
I think it's just called Supergirl, but since there's also the show called Supergirl, I'm just going to say Supergirl, the movie.
Okay.
So we'll be watching that. Helen Slater, I think. Is who it is. So yeah. And we'll actually be doing a live Discord watch along for that on April the 3rd. So be sure you are a member and head on over to the Discord where we all will watch Supergirl together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Maggie and I may even do a remix of a song. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what we're going to do? But special thanks to Basilius of Stupidonia for being our Patreon producer. We greatly appreciate you, Basilius. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'd greatly appreciate if you hit that like button. And if you're listening on podcast services, we'd greatly appreciate it if you gave us a 5-star rating and review. It helps the almighty algorithm share us with other awesome folks just like yourself. Matt Ziar in the chat says, we'll see you tomorrow for Digimoon. That's right. If you're watching live, be sure and come back tomorrow night, Wednesdays at 9 o'clock, where we'll be talking about Digimon and Sailor Moon. It's going to be a good one. And then, of course, on Thursday is our VHS watch along. So come hang out for that as well. Live right here on youtube.com/hopefully awesome. But that is going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Be sure and hit the Discord and keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching. And as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.
Not.
We're like you, just a little more bizarre.